Welcome to my channel, Shine Star Collections, and today is part 3 and 4 of my binder maintenance. It's basically just a flip through of what I've already done. The Monsex video was just horrendous with like the lighting and stuff, and unfortunately the glare on this one, I'm back on the iPhone now, is kind of bad. So I'm really sorry about that, but I felt like that it would be better to have the glare instead of the lightning show. So yeah, so I really do like the other phone better because I can just continuously record without timing it. But like I said, it was too bright in some spots, dark in the other spots, and so I just decided to go ahead and just do a flip through and just not worry about that video. I'm sorry that they just didn't come out right, but I really want to try to bring better quality videos to the channel, because I'm over a year into this now, and I feel like, you know, that they should be better. But unfortunately with the glare, it just really can't be helped. I tried to adjust it as much as possible, but you might be seeing some shines on some books and stuff, so I am sorry. But anyway, let's just get to the flip through. So basically what I have is my Prism Platinum binders. I'm going to show you what I did. So I'm going to show you ATs first, and then I'll show you Monster X. And I'll also show you the other binders I bought. I went on a buying frenzy with binders, because I decided to completely upgrade my collections of my ults and my semi-ults. I consider Psychers a semi-ult, so you were able to see that one with the boys, so that went well. Monster X is an ult, and of course ATs is the ult of all ults. So let's go through Young's binders. I did make some changes with just decreasing the amount of binders, kind of. Well, not kind of, but I did. I upgraded and decreased the amount of binders. I still have a lot of binders for ATs, but at least I'm really happy with how the ATs books turned out. So I didn't make any changes as far as like moving cards around in the actual pockets. So they're the same, at least for this one. So I'm just quickly going through. Nothing changed since I stored cards last time. But I did add the other members. So if you watch my channel, then you know that I had a white binder that had my 3 amigos in there, which means I had, well, actually 4. So I had Jungho in there too. I had San, Mingi, Hanjun, and Jungho's other cards that are not in the bear binder. So I added them to the Prism Platinum binders because since ATs is my ult, I want all of my ATs cards to be well protected as much as possible. So I decided to just go ahead and put the 3 amigos in between my other 2 binders, so they're sharing space with Wooyoung and Yunho. And also here is the 3 set that I put together. This page should be in the back. So I want to find another set of cards to put together for them to be in the 3 set. Oops. This should be the last page. So yeah, so Wu Young is not gonna grow as fast as so that's why I decided to go ahead and leave these in here along with Sani. So I have also some extra pages. I also have some larger inclusions that I put in here. Anything I could fit, pretty much. So even though it's Uyun's binder, there's and Yosan and Sunghwa stuff in there too. So yeah, so there we go with that. So that's the first binder. So let me grab Yuno's binder. Yuno's binder. So Yuno. So Yuno's collection, because he's my official third bias. So his cards are gonna grow a lot quicker. But for right now, I did house Hongjun and the other Jongho cards in here too. So I'll show you what I did. Oh, and I should also mention, because Prism Platinum rebranded, their name is now Ultimate Bias. So, but I'm going to probably continue to call it Prism Platinum, but I'm just going to mention, yes, the former Prism Platinum binders. But yeah, they are called Ultimate Bias now. So there's Hongjun. So since Hongjun doesn't, I don't collect a whole lot of Hongjun's extra cards or POBs, he's in here. And then my Jongho cards that are not in the bear binder. The bear binder is actually bursting, but I'm thinking of like just kind of changing cards out as I go along. And when I get a nice new set of an 8 spread of cards for Jongho, then I'll probably just switch some of the other ones out and put them in here. And then put those other ones in the bear binder. So I really love that bear binder. We don't want to switch it. So yeah, but some of his cards are in here. Okay, so that's that one. And then for Sunghwa and Yosan, I did some minor changes, pretty much just putting their best cards, the ones that I put in the 8 pockets, I put them in the Sunghwa Yosan binder along with their single cards. So this is all of them. And as I kind of really don't buy like overly expensive cards for them anymore, really for anybody, unless it's something I really want. I mean, you just saw the Rockstar cards, these KQ cards. They're my favorites, but I mean, it costs you $50, which is not terrible. But I have other cards here that cost a lot more than that. So yeah, so I don't presume to be putting any more sets in there, but we'll see. Still collecting AT, so you never know. So here's their single cards here. So pretty much all these cards are just dupes, or they're the like Yosan's birthday set from last year. But yeah, so these are all like the singles that are not paired here. And I have some extra space as well. So I love that, I do have a binder to kind of move stuff around with, because, say if gets too full or Uyun gets too full, You know, one of the other guys could join Sungwon Yosan in here. So there's always that option. Okay. So now here comes all the major changes that I have to show you. So here we go. So this was the other, so I bought the, what was it called? The Tarot series binders. So remember, my husband bought the binders for me for our anniversary. And this was the other binder. So instead of putting Sungwon Yosan's pairs in here, I added treasure in here because if you remember, I wanted to re-sleeve my treasure cards. And so I decided to take them out of those binders and put them, they're still in Dragon Shields, but they are double sleeve with K-pop stationery sleeves on the inside. So yeah, so now they're in here. I love it. I love that it came out so well. Since these cards are now pretty rare, I love that I'm able to see them all together. Some of them are first press. This whole set isn't. This is like, you know, if you've been watching my channel for a while, then you know this was like my first OTA set that I bought off of eBay with the album. So that one's not first press. Here also is Fever 1 for Inception. I put Inception in here, or yeah, Fever 1, Inception, Thanks in here too, because these are kind of rare as well. And I also started adding these fillers. These are, and I still need to make that sheet with all of my supplies, so that's something I'm going to do as well. These are Dragon Shields, but then this colorful sleeve here is Prism Platinum's sleeves, so I just use it as a filler. And here is the cards from the magazine. Was called the Can magazine, I think, the Japanese magazine, where these were like cutouts. So because they're so frail, I put them in the Prism Platinum sleeves, and I like that it's in this clear page, so I'm able to see both sides. So, and here are some of my favorite OT8 sets from past eras. So these are kind of in era order. I saw the perfume set first, and this is from Fever 3. Here's Fever Epilogue set. Here's The World. I believe this is Make Star. Yeah, Make Star Hollows. This is, I think, K-Pop Store. And then this is from World Era, no? Yeah, this is from Will Era. And then this one is Flower and Gun from Movement. So this is like my favorite OT8 set. So this was like the main one I wanted to see double sleeve. So they are double sleeve with Prism Platinum sleeves. So I don't think I'm going to put a whole lot of sets in here, but since I just bought the Berlin set, that one is going in here, so whenever I get it, it will be added to this set of cards, since it's kind of rare. So I don't presume this binder will be growing all that quickly. You know, it's just probably going to just have some of my favorite OT8 sets. I might add, you know, another one of the older sets if I see fit, but the Berlin set is the one I could think about. They'll go in here now. So then I must show you what I did after that. Is, as I said, I went kind of crazy with buying binders. Since Prism Platinum was rebranding and changing their name to Ultimate Bias. They had a sale. So because they had a sale, I decided to buy another Tarot series. And I decided to go on and re-sleeve the rest of my ATEEZ album cards. So, I did a lot of work off camera. And it was a lot of work, believe me. It was a lot. So this is the Holiday 2 set from Fever Epilogue. So I did put this in the front because I had a blank space. So I put that there. But here is Fever 2. So I used those decorative sleeves, and then I still have the Lomo cards from where Mingy should have been. So I really love the way this turned out. Also with this one, I am looking to see if I can grab the Make Star Hollow set that matches these outfits. So these are out of order because I was trying to kind of match outfits. I have San, Yosan, and Sunghwa, and then I saw Hanjun, Yuno, and Ouyang on Neokyo, and they were actually a decent price. I have not found Jongho. So if I could find Jongho, then I might go ahead and purchase it. But yeah. So I put these all together. I also put that in here. This is one of my favorite sets from that era. And that goes into Fever 3 with Deja Vu. There's some more of the Prism Platinum sleeves. And I used, that's actually both Prism Platinum sleeves. That pink sleeve is also Prism Platinum. And I added this set in here. It's one of my favorite sets, the flower set from Fever 3 era. And then going to Epilogue after that. And again, they're all sleeved with Dragon Shields, and K-Pop Stationery is the hollow sleeve. So you might not be able to see it too well, but it is there. So I really love the way this turned out. And then yes, I did do the World Series, so I got rid of 2 binders because I also sleeved Movement and Outlaw and Will. And here's where I put the IDs. So I just put them in this order. So I go from Captain all the way down to Maknae. And so you can see all of them in order in the 8 pockets. So yeah, yes, it was a lot of work. And it would have took so much time to film, and that's the reason why I went on and just did it off camera. I know I actually do love watching long binder maintenance videos myself, but this was just a lot. I mean, I had to re-sleeve everything. I had to, you know, and I was just like, nah, I'm not filming this. So forgive me for not showing this on film, but it was just, it was so much. So much. So let me show you the last binder. And again, thank you to Ultimate Bias, formerly known as Prism Platinum, for putting these binders on sale. So here is Spin-Off. So I used for Spin-Off and for Outlaw and Will, I used the 8 pockets instead. It's not because I didn't have any. I actually did buy pages as well, but I just like the way these came out in the 8 pockets. So Only thing is that the 8-pocket pages that I use, they're two different sizes because I ran out of the smaller ones, and I used the larger ones since I ran out. But and they're also double sleeved in the K-pop stationery sleeves. These are like the nighttime sleeves. All of them are pretty much, most of them are the heart sleeves, but no, I did movement and like the Halloween kind of vampire sleeves. And then these are the nighttime sleeves with the stars and the moon. I also did that for Treasure. So if you look real close, you might be able to see it. Maybe with the glare, you might be able to see the hollow in there. But I didn't, for Outlaw, I did just basically the basic album cards. I did the units, and I did these digipacks. I didn't do all of the image cards and all that stuff. Those sets are still in the OT8 Pop binder. And I left this one blank so we can transition to Will. These are all the Will cards that I have. And I was able to put in Golden Hour. So Golden Hour's in here too. And I believe these are, yeah, these are the hard sleeves. So you might be able to see those a little bit better. It just depends on how dark the card is, if they're able to come out on screen or not. And there's Golden Hour Part 2. That's also Work to Live. That Work to Live set that I bought just for that Uyoung card. So I put that there to transition to Golden Hour Part 2. So there they all are. Just all the basic album cards. And then I have the Target set. Oh, okay, I must have, because I forgot that I didn't put the Pearl set in here. So the Pearl set is still in the OT8 binder. So that's where we are right now with ATs. I'm thinking that I should be able to fit Golden Hour Part 3 in here. I think. I'm not all the way positive, but she is pretty full. This is where she is now, but I'm thinking since I only collect the basic album cards, if KQ just does what they've been doing for the last couple of eras and just giving us 2 sets per version, which means there's what, 16 cards per version, so that's 48 cards for the basic album cards, then I should be able to fit them in here. And then maybe, you know, fit like, you know, like I did with Golden Hour Part 2, put the Target set or, you know, another OT8 set in the back. So yeah, that's what I did. So, in that, and then just in case that it doesn't fit, and I decide that I want to collect more, I did buy I told you I went crazy. K-pop stationery binder, and I loved it. It was so cute. I saw somebody use it for one of their collections, and it just sold me that I needed to have it. So I will use this for the next AT's era. Like if, you know, if it doesn't fit in there comfortably the way I like it, then I will start using this one. Because as much as I love the Ultimate Bias binders, A, I don't have any more space for any more, and B, they are pricey. So the K-pop stationery binders are actually a lot more affordable, and one thing I love about both of these binders is the slip case, because it keeps the cards protected. And then I'll show you what else is in this binder. I haven't added any pages or anything, but I know that somebody, I think, tested Prism Platinum pages on this one. It was the same person who did the binder switch, and so they did mention that the Prism Platinum 9 pockets do fit in this binder. So it comes with a backboard, actually 2 backboards. The only thing that I'm kind of not too happy about is that I like the full backboards. If you notice with all the Ultimate Bias binders, I have the full page backboard in the front, and I put the small one in the back. So I might be, you know, getting, because I think I can get it from Meow Cafe. Also, I might see if, because since I have the Meow Cafe binders, I might see if they fit in there. And if they do, then I'll probably buy them from them. But they also have it's shorter, little page things, so they stay in place. But I really love this binder. I'm not going to use the cutout, you know, because I don't want to put anything in there. I might just put a piece of paper in there, so I'm just making a different color, but I'm not going to put an actual picture in there. But yeah, it has that nice K-pop stationery thing. So yes, so that's the next binder I'm using for ATs. Okay, and the other thing that I want to show is, this was an impulse buy. So I do have this binder as well. This binder is from Mandu Deco, and it's the Zeros binder that they put out in honor of Zero Base One. I really just love the color. Color of it's gorgeous, and I was kind of, you know, what am I going to use for this binder? What am I going to put in here? And I was going to use it for my 5th gen boys that are not psychers. We're going to go in here, but I decided to put them in here. So they do have another space to grow. I did put Paige in here, and I just kind of added a couple of more sets that I already had from Big Ben and put them in here. So yeah, so this is their binder too. So they have another space where they can grow a little quicker, and this binder was really inexpensive. That's the one thing that I loved about it. Is that the other thing I loved about it is that it was only like $19. Now I don't know if it's still $19, because I think Mandu Deco was also having a sale at that time. And it was funny because when Prism Platinum was doing their big 50% off, Meow Cafe decided to do something, and Mandu Deco. So I just went nuts and bought stuff. So yeah, so now they have an extra place too. And now I'll show you what I did for Monster X, which I'm also very happy about. This is Monster X's binder. It is Meow Cafe. So this is what I did in that video, and they have a lot of space to grow too, which is nice. But basically what I figured out is that because Monster X's cards are bigger, I was not able to use the 7 pocket pages that I wanted to use. So I ended up using the 8 pocket pages for them to put away some of their sets. So I have, you know, the one set with Wano. This is from, is that from Follow? I think this is one from Follow. And then this is a 6 with Fatal Love. And then I have a 5 from Reason, and another 5 from Reason. Now this extra page here, I think I found another set, and that's why I left it in here. And then I started doing my chaos section. So I started with I Am, since I Am is my main bias. I put his Monster X cards separate from his solo projects. So this is all of his Monster X cards here. And then I started with everybody else. So I put my one extra Wano card, and I went into Shonu. And they're not in order, by the way. They're not in era order. As I start, you know, putting them, getting more of them, I'll start actually putting them in era order. And here's Kian, and Youngwon, and Ju Honey. And then I put the units to break it up a little bit. And then I have a section for their solos. So this is, of course, I Am solo in the front. So I separated Overdrive from Off the Beat. And then I have Shonu's cards from his project with Hyunwon. And I have Kihyun's cards along with Ju Honey. I don't have too many of their solo cards. So yeah, so I have plenty of room to grow for Monster X. And I'm really excited the way this binder turned out. In the video, I actually ran out of Meow Cafe sleeves. But since Meow Cafe had the sale, I was able to buy more. Not sleeves, pages. Pages! I was able to buy more pages. And so I have like all this wonderful space to put more Monster X sets. And I'm so excited because Youngwon will be out, I believe it's in like 2 weeks for him. So we will be getting some Monster X content really, really soon. Some album content, some music. That's what I'm trying to say. Music from them. But I will continue to kind of collect sets as I see them for 6, or I would love some more of the OT7 sets for these for Monster X. So if I can find anything on the Okio where I can have the original 7, I would love that. So we'll just leave it there to end this video. Thank you so much for joining me with this flip through, this binder maintenance flip through, I guess. I am intending to do another binder maintenance for 5th gen binder. I'm trying to find what binder I want to use for it, because this one is what I have now, and I just want something better for this, for these. I'm kind of like on a, you know, still on a teeter-totter with Eben, but I do intend to like at least pick up a couple of cards from my bias line. I did find some cards on Poker Market, so I might still do that. But I am fully intending to collect my 3 biases for 1 pack. So that would be Jay and Tag and Jungwoo. So I do want to still do that. So I wanted to like upgrade this binder so it can actually close and everything. So that's the other thing I wanted to do. So hopefully I'll be able to, I kind of wanted a zipper binder. I want like a A5 wide zipper binder, and I can't find one. So if you have any ideas of where I could find a zipper binder, because I actually would like to do that for them and for Wavy, then let me know. Please let me know in the comments. But anyway, thank you so much for joining me. Hope you enjoyed this little binder maintenance flip through. Hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much for joining me. Like and subscribe if you want to, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.